Welcome everyone to this new weekly review of the market. This is the second time I'm doing this. I hope you watched the first one. If you didn't, well, you may discover me in this first video. So what I will do in those videos, I will just every week make a point on how I view the market and review some of my positions, my risk management, and maybe share with you some of the stuff I know. So we're not going to start with the charts. I just want to be very transparent with you and set that transparency that I want that to be the motto of my channel. So as you can see, I track my investments every week from the 1st of December 2020, which is when I started trading back because it was the beginning of the bull market. That's simple. I just did not trade during the shitty range market we had on cryptocurrency. But I trade stocks, so I was still trading. But anyways, so I started with an initial investment in crypto of 15,000 euros, and now I'm at 30,000. So this week I nearly doubled my capital, even if it's PNL. So it means it's unrealized gains. So it's completely useless to talk about unrealized gains, but it's still a milestone that I'm happy to reach. This is my best week since the beginning. I'm up 34% of my capital. I have a graph of my initial investment, as you can see. The first dots I was only tracking monthly because there was not much happening, and then I started tracking weekly. So we see we had the first leg up. This basically follows the market pretty. The volatility is just different, but the shape of that is really similar to the small caps and mid caps index because I trade small and mid caps. As you can see, I've got all my positions here. It's not all the position I took, it's a new journal to be clean. I have many positions of where I was making tests on my strategies, as you can see, but I was playing with very little risk. I was playing with 0.25% of risk, so it was really testing and not trading to make huge profits. This was also testing, and now I have my new and real journal. So this is all the trades I am in and I took. The trades that are in gray are the trades that I close, and the trades that are in white are the trades that are open. When there is a plus green, it means I am in profits, that I have locked profits and my trade is refund, which means I got back the initial money that I put in. When it's zero gray, it means that my trade is the risk is cancelled, that I put my stop loss back at my entry level, so I do not risk any money anymore. And when it's white blank, it means that the trade is still at risk and I risk the amount that is written here. So on this trade, for example, on Wing USDT on Binance, I risk 2% of my capital and I bought 53.5 coins at the average price of 42,156, and it represents a position of 2,255 US dollars. Well, it's USDT, but it's US dollars, we're gonna say that. So now that this transparency is settled, I hope you like me being transparent, and we're gonna start with the charts. So this is the weekly Bitcoin in log chart. I don't know if you know a little bit. I hope you know a little bit about log and arithmetic scales. I entered on Bitcoin. For me, the beginning of the bull market, I already said about it, but I'm gonna say it again because maybe people didn't watch me at that time. I entered on that weekly candle right here. It was the break of a beautiful pattern with shrinking volatility. We broke and then we made a beautiful uptrend. We went from 12,000 euros per dollars per Bitcoin, and now we're at 56,000. So pretty big gains. I'm happy with that trade because I entered with $500 on that trade. Very good trade, I must say. And now we see the weekly candle. Last week, of course, is this candle, which is trying to break out to break the previous high. We got back from the previous dump. This is very good. If we zoom in on the daily, we can see right now we're trying to get back into the previous range. For now, the daily is not did not close, but right now I will reduce. We're no longer in a strong bull market because we got back into it for me. So it's no longer everything is going to pump. We're maybe gonna see a consolidation on altcoins and Bitcoin, and wait for either breaking up or down. But now the trend is not so easy. It's always, right there we had a strong breakout that was really, you did not question this breakout. Same here, you had a strong breakout and then we just went up in a very straight line. Now it broke up, but it's trying to get back in. I don't know, maybe tonight we're gonna see everything is going to go back up and the breakout is just going to be, the breakdown, sorry, is going to be a retest. We'll see. There is strong support down. There is this first support here that I saw on the 4-hour, and I knew the market was turning bullish again because we broke this level of 52,000. And there is the other support level, the huge support level of the 40,000. If we get back to the 40,000, we remain bullish, so it's not a big deal for me. I don't trade Bitcoin at the moment. I trade out because there's just not enough return on investment for Bitcoin for small accounts like I have. Then we move to the Bitcoin dominance, which is the percentage of the whole capitalization of the market that is represented by Bitcoin. So right now it's 62, and it just gives you an idea of how much money is in Bitcoin compared to altcoins. And during alt seasons, Bitcoin dominance tends to decrease, and during Bitcoin season, Bitcoin dominance tends to increase. Right now we're in the range, and if we break down this range, we might have the greatest alt season ever. Right now we're still in the range with absolutely nothing to say. There is the total 2, which is the capitalization of altcoins. Basically, it's just market cap excluding Bitcoin. It's what it is. We are making a very, very nice bullish signal. As you can see, the previous time we broke all-time high, we just had the greatest bull market ever seen in a, in a long time in the history of financial markets. And now we're trying to do the same thing, and the big dump, well, it's not big, it was a strong dump, was the retest of that structure. There were some other entries. I have friends that entered, over here because they have big balls. I have friends who entered over here and friends that entered over here. I am entering massively on small caps right now because I'm waiting for a big break on the weekly chart. If we can have on the weekly chart a candle that closes way up like that, it's going to be awesome. I would love that. For now, we're not having it. I'm waiting. It's okay. No worries. The point is to deal with risk. I don't know if you like me talking about French markets. I know most of you are. I don't know from which country you are. If you please in the comments tell me from where you are, from which country you are. I'd be very, very interested to know from which country you are. But anyways, I'm just making some TA on the French market because I'm trading French stocks. We have tax incentives to trade French and European stocks in France, of course. That's how it is. We got back to all the COVID crash, and now we're starting to test the previous high of the stock market index. I'm mainly trading small and mid caps on the French market. Right now we're still in this big accumulation range. If you look at the monthly, we had the COVID dump and then we're still in the accumulation range. Still did not get back everything. Still not in the freaking bull market. That's very sad. There is also Germany, but it's not very interesting. I don't know what does the United States tell. We're nice bull market, small dump. We're getting back up. Maybe we're gonna make all-time highs again. Nothing really interesting. I'm not trading much the US market. I just have, 2 ETFs on the US market. It's fucking boring. Let's get back to some of my positions. This is all my profiting positions. They are all risk-free. I do not risk any money, and I make profits on them. So we get this beautiful trade on ADA. We're gonna watch it on the daily chart. This is magnificent trade from me. I'm really happy about that trade. I entered right there on this green candle, nearly got stopped by this dump, but fortunately I did not get stopped and it went up like crazy. Very happy from that trade. SXP, I entered the breakout of this accumulation range. I already talked about it, but that's good. We are having a consolidation. If you look at the 4-hour chart, we're having a consolidation under resistance. If this breaks below this 267 range, I think it's going to invalidate my bullish scenario. Right now, we're in the range. I'm waiting. It's okay. HNT, really good position. HNT. I really liked the breakout also of that structure and that clean resistance. Went up. We had this massive dump, nearly got back to my entry level, and my stop is now at my entry level. So if it hits this level, I get stopped and get back the initial position I have. But I doubled my position on the weekly breakout, the daily breakout on the Bitcoin pair. You know, this is the same coin, but there it's HNT USDT, and there it's HNT BTC. I will do tutorials about different pairs and how I view the Bitcoin and the US dollars pairs. If you want to see more tutorials, you can subscribe to the channel. What I want to tell you on that pair is just I entered on this breakout. You see you had this clear and obvious resistance level. I just long the breakout. I'm fucking stupid and retarded, but it just works for me, so I'm not gonna go any more difficult than it is. Strong volume, breakout, I'm waiting for it. PERL is going crazy right now. It's magnificent. We have a beautiful double bottom structure that we are breaking on the weekly. We can still get down and retest this structure and it will still remain bullish. I entered over here, this small triangle, entered here because there was bullish momentum. Again, the correction nearly stopped me out. I'm happy that it didn't get stopped out. And then it went back up, and same as HNT, I doubled my position over here on the breakout. You see there was this pattern with a clear resistance, and I longed the breakout over here, and it's nice. I'm liking it. Now it's a risk-free position also, so oh, sorry, it's great. T-Fuel, I had an amazing trade on T-Fuel. I saw this cup and handle on the 4-hour chart, and I entered the breakout. I'm going to tell you the same thing every video, but I don't know if it's clear for you, if you need to more details about what I do. But it's really, I'm really a breakout trader. I love breakouts, so I entered that break right here. Went up nights, trying to correct. I'm wondering if I'm going to take some profits or not. I don't know. I already took 50% profit here to get back my initial investment. I don't think I'm gonna take profits. I'm just gonna let the thing breathe. I have other positions. I'm not showing you. I don't want the video to be like 10 hours long. I can show you one thing that's failing, because trading is not only wins. I'm losing sometimes, you know. This is, I long the breakout on this green candle right here and retest. I was happy, and now it's looking like it wants to get back below the support. So if it gets below, I will simply get out. This is a position where I risk, I don't know, $1,000 almost. So if it gets back down, I will lose, like, I don't know, $200 or $300, which is not a lot of money considering the money you make when things go up. It's really about asymmetrical risk. When you lose a certain amount of controlled money, and when you win, you make tons of cash. So in the end, you make money even though you lost at some points. So that's it. I hope you saw what I did and you learned, or at least figured out a few things on which structure I'm looking at and in which sentiment the market is in. Right now we're really in the consolidation moment. We're not the impulsion phase was last week. This week we may be in a consolidation moment. That's great because consolidation equals entry possibilities. I like consolidations. And I think this is the end of the video. I told you everything I had to tell you. If you want daily insights on my position, you can follow me on Twitter at thebaguetteinf1. There is a link in the description. If you want more of those weekly videos and also tutorials, you can subscribe to the Baguette Investor channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.